Well, key players were rested against Como in Inter's final league game to get them ready for tonight. So the likes of Acerbi, Bastoni, Barella and Martinez all return, the core of this Inter team. 7 starting tonight, started the final 2 years ago, including Denzel Dumfries, who was a semi-final hero against Barcelona. There's more experience in this Inter team than there is for PSG, but will that be decisive? Benjamin Pavard is back in the team after a month out. Well, both teams have found heroes along the way. Both have been involved in big games with dramatic outcomes. It's the 7th final for Inter and a 2nd for PSG. And it's a wonderful stadium for the final, one of the best in the whole of Europe. And it's a picture here tonight in Munich. PSG chasing history as well as a treble. Inter want to be the first Italian team for 15 years to be European champions. And the stage is well and truly set. So the 2025 Champions League final is underway in pretty bizarre fashion with that kick-off from Paris Saint-Germain. For the 2nd time, it's a game between a team from France and a team from Italy. And for the very first time, it's Paris Saint-Germain against Inter Milan. What about the kick-off, Koisty?
Bizarre. We'll just call it bizarre. Very...
Dembele, shooting chance, Dembele. He finds the gloves of Sommer. Fabian Ruiz. Vitinha. It's a lovely ball through. Doué, flag stays down. It's sent in by Hakimi. And based on the fact he was once an Inter Milan player, there's barely a celebration from the right back of Paris Saint-Germain. But it's the French champions who strike first in Munich in the Champions League final. And Hakimi, who's been one of their best players this season, he might be the best right back on the planet, fires them in front inside 12 minutes.
Well, there's nothing worse than somebody saying I told you so, but just mention his goal in the cup final. We've seen his goals in the Champions League. Wouldn't it be interesting to see it again? I think it's DiMarco that plays him on side. DiMarco's too deep, he's far too deep, and he gets caught out. There. He gets sucked into the foot of Hakimi, he takes DiMarco into that position. And DiMarco is at least 2 yards deeper than any other defender. And look at that.
Bele. Doué's up there, so is Fabian Ruiz and João Neves. It's Doué to hit one, and it's in! And that's how quick it can happen against this Paris Saint-Germain team. And poor old DiMarco was in the wrong place at the wrong time again. And PSG lead 2-0 after 20 minutes. And they're in complete control of this Champions League final.
I'm going to tell you who makes it. It's Rio's man at the back, Pacho. He refuses to give up on that ball, going out for a corner. Keeps it in play. All of a sudden they've got a break down the left-hand side. You and I are pointing to Doué, because we see him going in the right. It's just a matter of getting the ball to him. Yes, he gets the break with a deflection. I think it comes off DiMarco. Look at this. There's a willingness for the defender not to give up on it, and away they go and they get the benefit here with the break.
We talked about... So the corner taken by Çalhanoğlu and headed over the top of the bar by Acerbi.
That's a chance. He gets up well. Good delivery in. Nothing funny about it, just plays into the box. He gets up really, really well. Probably should direct that back when it came from it.
Nicolo Barella.
Look at him getting back there.
Look at the pace.
Look at him getting back there.
23, hadn't played in the Champions League until this season. In goes the Inter corner towards Thuram. Has to score that, doesn't he?
It's a mismatch at the back post, I can tell you that. Was it Kvaratskhelia that's on him? That is a mismatch.
The ball, and he's got runners up there with him, Fabian Ruiz. And what about that for skill? Doué looking to shoot. My word.
That was the mother of all step-overs.
Wow. You'd have to pace turn to tease and torment, twist and shoot. That's just wide. He's been relatively... It's headed on by Kvaratskhelia and headed over the top of the bar by the Georgian. Well, that's half-time, and there's the Kvaratskhelia chance right on the stroke of it. 2 goals, though, in the first half, a dominant Paris Saint-Germain performance. Achraf Hakimi after...
That's the big difference. I think the key word's team. What they've got, PSG now, is a team who are willing to run about, work hard for each other, and yes, added to the exceptional talent that they've got, anything can happen.
So the second half underway, bearing down on goal, Kvaratskhelia, and he just saw a fraction there. A little gap where he could let that left footer go, and it was just off target, but it was there, the gap.
Absolutely, we saw him do it in the previous round. Was it against the Villa or was it against...
Corner's going to be taken by Di Marco. They're appealing for a penalty in there. Here's Mkhitaryan, and the referee spots it the other way, in actual fact. Inzaghi's convinced that enough. Donnarumma came for that, didn't really get there. And they'll get another one here. Inter Milan, Acerbi was the player attacking it. If there is an Achilles here with Donnarumma, it's when crosses go into his box.
Yeah.
Oh, this is where he likes to be. And he spotted the opportunity to try and curl one. Ousmane Dembele.
Just to go back to me, the intensity with which he's running at, consistently through this game to close down the defenders, to close down the keeper. It's ridiculous, great for young players to watch.
Yellow card. He was waving the jacket around like he was at the end of his performance on Strictly Come Dancing down there.
Frustration.
He's carried on running and he's got there first and crossed it through. Kvaratskhelia was calling for it, but the eye-catching stuff was earlier in the move. Brilliant football again from PSG. On it goes in now to Doué. Doué's in! That is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And it's capped off by this wonderfully talented young player. But the football from Paris Saint-Germain sublime. They're 3 up in the Champions League final, and they're going to make history tonight. They're going to win the Champions League.
I'll tell you what it's been a mismatch. It really has. This just sums it up. Everything about this is beautiful. The weight of the pass takes it away from the defender. He knows he's going to get a clean strike on it, and he takes full advantage of it. Well, really composed finish. As poor as Inter Milan have been, PSG have an excellent team, have been simply magnificent.
There's a booking for Thuram, who was late on Fabian Ruiz.
See the studs there.
Saint-Germain, here's the chance off! Smashed over the top by Barcola. Scored 21 times in all competitions this season, and I thought he was about to make it 22.
Oh, he probably should do better, but...
Lose the ball and they get it straight back, and now they come once more, and Dembele's got Kvaratskhelia in, and he's bearing down on goal, and it's 4-0. The Parisian celebrations are well and truly underway, and for the first time in a Champions League final, a player from Georgia scores a goal. The smile on Enrique's face says it all, and Paris Saint-Germain are romping to a Champions League win in Munich.
They've gone. They've just gone. Inter Milan have gone. Take nothing away from PSG because they've battered them, absolutely battered them into submission. But they have absolutely gone, Inter Milan. They're all over the place. That said, what a beautiful finish. Timing of the run looked perfect. He's onside. But the 3 centre-backs, look at that. They're all over the place. Brilliant finish. What a composed finish. Goalkeeper thinks he's gone back across him, and he just curls it near post.
Barella. Still going here, Nicolo Barella. Here's the opportunity, and Donnarumma is needed here, and he makes the save, which denies Marcus Thuram, and that's the first time that... Forward bar. Oh, what a drag back! Is it? No! Right at the end, he let himself down. That was going to be one of the great Champions League goals.
You know, see, as soon as he picked it up.
Leading the charge, here's Barcola has come out to the left, which is his more natural position. Mayulu. Barcola gives it back to him, and he's... Oh, it's in! It's number 5, and he can't believe it. Look at it. Seni Mayulu, 18 years of age, and he can't believe he scored in a Champions League final, and he's being mobbed by everybody from the Paris Saint-Germain bench. He's an academy boy, born and raised at PSG, and he's just scored the 5th goal in the Champions League final, and his reaction was priceless.
His reaction was worth the admission fee, wasn't it? I can't remember seeing unbridled joy like that in my life at any sporting event. He couldn't believe it, and he smashed it into the near post.
The full-time whistle. It's history for Paris Saint-Germain. Finally they reach the end of the yellow brick road. Finally they can call themselves European champions, and finally they will get to hold the trophy that's become their holy grail, and they've done it in historic style. 5-0 winners tonight, 2 for Doué, goals for Hakimi, Kvaratskhelia and Mayulu. They're just the second French club in history to win it, following Marseille in 1993. And a team that's dazzled and entertained has won an historic treble of League, Cup and Champions League. What a night, what a performance, what a season.
Remarkable. I'll mention it again. 53rd minute, 22nd of January in Paris. That's when it turned for me. 2-0 down they were. Haaland scored. And in the remaining half hour or so, PSG.
So the team has started to gather. And a couple of the scorers are about to get their medals. Desiree Doué, what a night he's had, and what a season he's had at 19. And there's Kvaratskhelia, the big money transfer from Napoli. And the owner can't contain his joy. And in Marquinhos, who's going to stride forward in a minute, they couldn't have a better man for the biggest moment that the club's ever had. No players played more games for the club than that great Brazilian defender who's chased this trophy with them for 12 long years. And there is the emotional embrace, and he's going to get his medal, and he's being cheered on by the Paris Saint-Germain supporters. Such a loyal servant to this football club, and a kiss of the medal from the Paris Saint-Germain captain.
Do you know what? They've been unbelievable fitness levels.
Well, the moment's arrived, and Marquinhos takes the trophy from Alexander Seferin. The whole of Paris has dreamed about this, and now that dream becomes a reality. And Marquinhos with a smile as wide as the River Seine, and the golden confetti raining down, and his teammates ready, and he raises the trophy high. Paris Saint-Germain have won the Champions League in 2025. French football and PSG on top of the world.
Just the most amazing scenes after an amazing performance for this Paris Saint-Germain team, guided by Luis Enrique. It was going to be a special day if they did it, and they have done it, and they've done it in some style. 5-0 as Inter Milan leave the pitch. Their players absolutely dejected. Paris Saint-Germain in an absolute dreamland, and their fans who've just been spectacular.